Hey Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. I just want to say I'm sorry for not getting your readings out at the first half of the year. I'm so sorry. Because I had been ill over Christmas, I ran late with my private readings, and I had to get so many of those out of the way and done before I could come back here and do some general readings. And because of that, unfortunately, I ran out of time. So I'm here to do your reading as one of the first three, because I missed 5 of them, unfortunately, when I was trying to do it for the first 2 weeks. So this time I'm going to get them all done, and I'm here for you, Capricorn, and you're one of the first 3 that I'm doing today. So welcome to my channel. This is 10 of Cups Tarot, and I'm Elsie. So thanks for coming here. If you've been here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button and the bell button if you'd like me to notify you when I'm uploading videos. You're going to want to be part of this group, you guys. They're just wonderful. They really are kind people, and I've had a chance to get known to know them through private readings, some of them. So they really are kind people, and you'll see just by the comments below. So I'm here to do a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Taurus. So I have already prayed over the cards. I'm just going to calibrate them to your energy here. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. January until the 31st of January, 2020. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Capricorn until January 31st of 2020. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sun sign of Capricorn until January 31st of 2020. Please, information for the sun sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn till January 31st of 2020. Good. Feels good. They feel light again. Excellent. Okay, we've cut, and it is time to go. All right, so you know that the first card is the overall energy for the reading. The first 5 cards I draw will be for the recent past energy, so I can kind of see what you've been up to. Well, look what you've been up to, Capricorn. Somebody is falling in love, or has fallen in love, or is thinking about love. But that's the energy for the overall read, and that's not bad energy to be in this year, at this time of the year for sure. Right up front, right up in the front row of the 12 months, you might as well be falling in love or thinking about love, or considering a love relationship. Let me pull 4 more cards. Spoke too soon. You're waiting. You're waiting for love, Capricorn. So I do see that the 7 of Pentacles is here. The 7 of Pentacles is here. This love card is actually love that is intended by the universe for you. So this is a major arcana card. It's something you can't change. So Capricorn, whether you want it or not, love is coming for you. So whether you've manifested this or whether you have not, the universe has decided that it is time for you to be in some sort of a love relationship. So there is someone out there who is intended for you, and it looks like with this love relationship, you will be needing to plant the seeds of intention. When we plant the seeds of intention, it's all about manifestation. I manifest 30 minutes before bed at night, and then I wake up in the morning, my alarm goes off, and I snooze for 30 minutes, and I manifest at that time as well. If you don't know what manifestation is, please Google it, or please check out another YouTube video. There's many videos that are really great on YouTube about manifestation. So the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles sees this woman waiting for her pentacles to ripen so she can pull them off the tree, because the 8 of Pentacles is the harvest, and the harvest is really what you want, right? You want to be able to harvest your hard work. So right now you're planting the seeds of intention for love and hoping to harvest those later. First, though, I feel as though you have to let go of your burdens. So this is the completeness. Someone is holding on to burdens from 2019, you guys. I told you, Well, maybe you didn't. Maybe I didn't tell you, Capricorn. I'm sorry. What I was telling everybody who did get a video last month, I'm sorry, was to leave your troubles, these things here, all of these actions that you've done, these things that, you know, are carrying you through the year. Please just drop them at the door of 2019 and don't drag them into 2020. It's not really worth it. It's time for you to put them down. This is the completeness of your burdens. These are heavy. Look at the look on his face. He is trying, look at his legs are bent. They're so heavy. So please put down the burdens, because you are blocking yourself from potentially beautiful love that could be coming in for you this year. The Page of Swords is here, and the Page of Swords really just wants to talk with you, wants to have some conversation, and wants to talk to you. It's likely it could be about these burdens you've been carrying and why you're waiting for love. This could be someone who is looking at you on social media, waiting for an email, waiting for you to text them back. Maybe it's the person who asked you out and you just decided last year you didn't have the time to do it, nor did you want to. But this guy, he is, you know, he's got his sword down, so he's willing to have conversation that is not necessarily harsh, that is just good conversation, and he's wanting to talk about love, it's likely. And this Page of Swords is the investigator of the tarot. So if you don't answer those texts or emails, that person is going to go to your Facebook, your Instagram, and is going to, you know, see what you've been up to, essentially. And the Ace of Swords is here. So really this Page of Swords wants is to have a conversation with you and get some clarity on a situation. Usually, because they're a page, pages are young. They're young at what they're doing, and young in conversation and communication. And they just want some clarity. They want to have some good communication. With this Ace of Swords, it's the beginning, right? And the page is really at the beginning of finding out more information about you, wanting to get to know you. So this could be someone who's younger than you. You could be younger than this person, because it's a general reading. You can flip-flop it. But this energy here is here. The Page of Swords is here as an energy that wants to speak with you. And this tells me that it's new conversation, and it is clarity. And it could very well be about this love. About this love that, that perhaps may transpire this year for you. All right, under this deck, I do see the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about, you know, being at the fork in the road. Do you want a relationship? Don't you want a relationship? It really is something that a lot of people have trouble deciding, right? It's a big commitment to get into a relationship. So if that Two of Wands finds you at the fork in the road, wondering whether or not you want a relationship, then maybe it's just time to reach out to your Page of Swords, if you know who that is, and just have a conversation with them. It could be better than you think. Okay, so we are now, Capricorn, we are now going into your current energies. Let me take a look here. Current energies, just need 5 cards for current energies for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter up until January 31st of 2020, please. 5 cards for Capricorn. There's 1. 5 cards for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There's 2. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Jupiter. 3. 4 and 5. There we go. Good, good. Okay. So under the bottom of the deck, I do see the 5 of Cups. So I have a feeling that somebody here is perhaps feeling sad. So feeling, well, it's more about regret and disappointment than it is about sadness. It's more about, gosh, I should have done that thing when I was going to do that thing, and if I had a do-over, I would do it different again. So it's mostly about feeling disappointment that you could have maybe done better at that thing and you chose not to do it, maybe at the fork in the road. So the current energies that I'm showing here, part of that is the Five of Cups, but I'm also showing the Moon card. Moon card is Scorpio and Pisces, and the Moon card is all about, not being able to see things that are in the future. So it can cloud judgment, only because the things that are in the future is something that you're not supposed to be able to see, right? And I think that if some of us could see into the future, we might make different choices, and that would cause us to not be on our path. And so I think sometimes that I feel that the night or the darkness is given to us as a blessing, just because it is a time when we can rest our brains, and it is a time when, maybe we just don't need to think about that thing right now. This also can represent a little bit of apprehension or fear. So the apprehension or fear could be because there isn't a new start coming up for you here. So for whatever reason, it's time for you to start over, and you're having a little bit of apprehension or a little bit of fear about taking that leap of faith. And the leap of faith, I'm telling you, you want to take the leap of faith. This is an educated leap of faith. This card is upright. If it were to be in the reverse, it would be an uneducated leap of faith, which is really just a run-in and hoping that it works. But you've done the hard work, Capricorn. You have looked into the things that you think you can do, the things that you feel that you're capable of, and I do believe you're going to use those things as a new start. So yes, there is apprehension. Things when you are looking forward and the darkness clouds, there are things that do not appear as they really are. And so when you look too far into the future, it causes anxiety because you really can't see that far into the future. So looking forward too far gives us anxiety. Looking back too far gives us depression. So if you stay right in this moment here, right here, Capricorn, you are going to be able to make the right decision to have this new start, because look at that. There's a beautiful new start here for you. The Ace of Pentacles is here, and it's time for you to be able to accept help, to accept love, to accept joy, to accept being able to have a new start, because you're worth it. And this card comes to you as the beginning of your new start, time to plant your pentacle and grow your abundance. And someone is bringing this pentacle into you, or perhaps once you grow these pentacles, you'll be moving away. You could decide that it's time to move away. The Six of Swords is here, and all you're taking with you here is what you've learned. Those are all communications and, conversations that have been had and knowledge that has been gained. And you can either possibly just be moving to calmer waters, and that would be mentally, not necessarily physically. So maybe it's time to, look at your mental health, and it's time for you to pay extra special attention to that and go to calmer waters. My favorite saying was given to me by one of the people that I admire most in this world, and his name's Adam. And he said one thing to me that will stick with me for the rest of my life. It is what it is. I see that when I see this card. I hear him say, it is what it is, because that's exactly what it is. It's time to move to calmer waters. That's all that it is. So move to calmer waters. This can also indicate that maybe you've decided to move away. So if you have decided to move away, whether you've decided to move or not, it looks like you are going to be taking your abundance with you. And I do have a King of the King of Wands here. So this is the King of Wands energy. It doesn't have to be a particular person in your life, Capricorn, but the King of Wands is very large and very in charge. He's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, and he is a fiery, passionate king. He can be a little forceful, but he is a force to be reckoned with, because when he walks in a room, people notice when he walks in a room. So this King of Fire could be someone in your life. It could represent someone in your life. It could represent you. It could represent the fire in your heart, even though you're an earth sign, or maybe you have fire in your chart. But this King of Wands is someone who is, I would take a guess and say that he might be someone who's watching you. These two cards came out this way, And so in your energies of the recent past and in your current energies, these two cards came out one above the other. Also, if you're ready to drop your burdens, these two cards came out. You know, it is my experience that, you know, these cards came out, one in the past, one in the present. So it is my experience, though. My experience has been that the universe wants to see that you mean business. So Capricorn, it's time for you to get up. It's time for you to mean business. You need to take the first step. And once the universe sees that you mean business and you're taking the first step, then they're going to start throwing things in line for you in order for you to be able to have the things that you've been trying to manifest here. So we do have a new start, and these two came out together. So there is a wait first. A wait, I believe, because you are going to be planting the pentacle and you are going to be able to harvest that eventually. I do believe that you are going to be taking that abundance with you wherever you've decided you want to move to, or you have decided you want to move to just mentally move to calmer waters, to a place where there's no ripples, to a place where it's quiet, and a place where you can think, where your intuition is following you here. Everything is quiet and serene, and you can hear your own thoughts. And this is a luxury that people that live in this time really don't have. Unless you are acquainted with meditation or manifestation, there is no quiet time in your life. And this world is so loud that everybody is running around with the energy of the King of Wands, trying to make sure that they're better and faster and greater, that we all forget that this is really what makes this great. That going away to calmer waters, to a hotel room where you turn off your phone and ask the desk to hold your calls, and spend 2 days swimming, working out in the gym, you know, having a glass of wine in the bathtub, having a beautiful meal. And maybe it's just time to get away to the country. Put your feet in the sand, put your feet in the ground. Don't do it in Canada, because right now the middle of Canada is a frozen tundra. You can't do it here. You'd have to take a plane and go away. But maybe you are taking a trip. Maybe you are taking a trip. And part of being able to be as this passionate and clear-minded as the King of Wands is really being able to follow your intuition, listen to your gut, and have your mind quieted enough to the point where you can make a decision about going forward in your life. Here is the bottom of the deck, in case you've forgotten. It's the Five of Cups, and it's all about, you know, a little bit of lamentation. It's not really sadness or depression. It's more of should have, would have, could have, you know. So don't should have, would have, could have on yourself. Make sure that you are doing the things that you need to do in order for you to move to calmer waters. Okay, enough lecturing from me for now. Maybe next month. Okay, so now we are going to go to 11 cards for the future, and we're going to start off with 4 cards. And Spirit, can I have 4 cards, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? January 2020. 1, 2, those are all stuck together. 3 and 4, oh, thank you. That was quick and painless. All right. Going into the future here, we have some good stuff. We have some good stuff coming up. Capricorn, you've paid off a karmic debt. You've paid off a karmic debt. It's time for the wheel to turn in your favor. So it is time for you to know that you are worth this. It is your time. 2020 is your year. This has come up in your future. The first card in your future has come up as the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. This is the card of Jupiter, and as you know, I don't know, maybe you don't know, maybe you should watch some videos about the Jupiter-Pluto connection that hasn't happened in 500 years, and that is Saturn Pluto, I believe, but Jupiter is going to be around that sign as well. And, you know, this is paying off karmic debt. It's starting at the beginning. It's, you know, the slate has been wiped clean, and you have had a hard 2019, and it's time for you to live and love and have fun and do the things, lifting the burdens of last year off your shoulders. It's time to start brand new. Okay. And in this year, you are going to ask for reciprocity. It's time for you to speak to whomever is in your environment that has not been giving you the reciprocity that you deserve. The Wheel of Fortune is here to push you into the future and to push you into abundance, to push you into all of the amazing things that you've been hoping and wishing you could do. So this is the card of the Six of Pentacles. It is an earth card. It's about money. It is depicted here as money, and someone who is, you know, weighing it out, showing that there is going to be balance here and there. So you are going to be receiving 100% of what you put into this life. So just remember to put in 100%. If you don't put in 100%, don't expect 100%. This is your year to put in 100%, and it's your year to get 100% back. There is going to be times, look, that card showed up here. There are going to be times that you're going to look back and say, oh, why didn't I do that differently? But don't let those thoughts behind you. Don't let them haunt you, because it's now, it's 2020. You could have done it better. Yeah, so what? It is what it is. You did as good as you could when you could do it. And when you knew how to do it better, you did it better. You're going to do it better in 2020. So don't let these lamentations let you down. Because yeah, there's 5 of Cups here. There's 3 that have poured out. So yes, there has been some emotion that has been lost throughout 2019. But going into 2020, you have 2 cups behind you. Turn around and look it. Turn around and look. You can see those 2 cups, and the 2 of Cups in the tarot was love. There's love, and there is abundance coming up for you. The Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you so. I said speak up. So I do see the Queen of Swords here, and the energy that the Queen of Swords brings is the energy of speaking up. So the Queen is very good with her words. She's very pointed with her words. She thinks things out very carefully before she says them. So you can know that when she opens her mouth, that it is said with intent. She does not speak a lot, but when she does, people listen because they know she has something to say, which is important, because she just doesn't, you know, words don't fly out of her mouth. She can get a little bit cantankerous. It's the word I'm going to use. Her sword is up, and that means, you know, there can be a time when I've just had enough and I'm going to tell you. And that's who the Queen of Swords is. I am just going to tell you. And just remember that phrase, what's the word I'm thinking? No offense is given where none is taken, which means that someone can offend you all they want, but if you choose not to be offended, you won't be offended. This is how you have to deal with the Queen of Swords. But this Queen of Swords, I think for you, Capricorn, I think this Queen of Swords is telling you that it's time for you to speak up, because you've spent enough time juggling everyone else's crap. You spent enough time juggling. It's time for you to open up, to tell whomever is in your environment what you need, and it's time for you to take back some of your power and stand up upright in your shoes, all by yourself, and just by telling people what you need. They're going to think that you're mean, but you know what? It is what it is, and you need what you need. This is your life, Capricorn. It's not the life of anyone else. You can't live your life by the rules of someone else. You got to do what you got to do for you. All right, so the next 3 cards, look, the Sun, right? So you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. The Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. I don't know if you know the full impact of this. If you don't, you should probably go look up the meanings of these 2 cards. But the sun shines on everything, and everything grows under the sun. So you are headed for growth. You are headed for creativity. You are headed for the illumination of everything, so you can make the right decisions for your life without any guesswork. So trust your gut. Get your gut and your brain in tune with each other. Make sure that they know what's going on, because it's time for you to start manifesting. It's time for you to start learning. It's time for you to know that when you come out of the sun, that everything is going to look different. You are growing. and things are growing around you. Whether you see it or not right now, things are growing around you. That leads us to the star. Wow, like wow. So your hopes and dreams and wishes, here they are. They're right here. And there is your intuition. And look, there's your third eye. It's engaged, and it's time for you to go into meditation and find out what it is that you really want. What is it that you want to balance? What do you need to balance? It's time for you to take the bull by the horns in January. No pun intended. Take the bull by the horns in January, and it's just time for you to decide who you're going to be. I feel like you are going to make an impact this year. You're going to impact the lives of others. I feel that the Capricorns that I'm speaking to, you have decided, Spirit says you have decided to give back. So I think that whether that's done with volunteerism, whether that's done for, or done with getting into tarot, whether that's done with getting into YouTube, maybe you're going to have a popular channel that's going to help people health-wise, mental health, whatever it is. I believe that you are going to be the star. You're going to be the star of your show. We're all the star of our own show, right? We're all the star of our own show. We get to make up the script. We get to write the script. We get to act it out. It really is all up to us. And it's all engaged. And there she is, quietly by the shoreline, trying to get her balance. And once she does, she's going to take off because the sun is right next to her. The sun, these two cards, Major Arcana, you cannot change this. You also cannot change this. This is going to happen whether you're ready for it or not. You might as well be ready for it. You might as well be ready for the sun and for the star, because look what comes next. Love. Deep, deep, abiding, romantic love. So this could be love for yourself. This could be love for a friendship that has gone by the wayside, that you just decided you didn't have time for because of, things that were going on in the background that you felt were your burdens to carry. Right? You've been carrying the burdens of everyone else for too long, Capricorn. It's time. It's time for you to fall back in love with you, or to fall in love. Allow yourself to fully fall in love with someone who really wants to give you the reciprocity you deserve. So, and you do deserve that reciprocity. So it is time for you to have a party with your friends and express love to one another and have all these cups overflowing with love and kindness. It's time for you to get together with your tribe and celebrate the new year if you hadn't done it already. And even if you have, it can't hurt to celebrate again. It's time for you to be able to go out and just be you and do a few things for you. Love yourself. Just love yourself. I really feel it. Spirit is saying it's really important. And I just keep hearing the song. You know what I'm hearing? All you need is love. And I hear in the back, love, love, love. And it's just going on and on in my head like a recording. So that's what I think. It's just all you need is love. That's all it is. Love is all it is. Okay, so it looks like you're feeling a little bit defensive this month. There might be some things that you are not necessarily hiding, but probably protecting. You can see this gentleman here. He is protecting himself. He's a little bit defensive, protecting that door. Something precious is behind that door. And these are all the actions of others. People who think that they know what's best for him, but they don't. He knows what's best for him. He knows that he needs to protect whatever is precious behind that door. So you're feeling a little bit defensive, but you know what? Going into hermit mode is just exactly what defensive needs. Light some sage. Take it room to room. Bless your doorways. Find out how to do that. YouTube is an excellent resource for finding out how to bless yourself and bless your home. There are so many things you can learn on YouTube. The hermit is here. When the hermit goes into hermit mode, the hermit doesn't carry much with him. The hermit carries this light. The hermit carries the clothes on his back, and that's it. The hermit goes into hermit mode, and he no longer is speaking to people. He might ghost people. He actually might just shut off his phone and not talk to anybody, because there is things to discuss with himself, within himself, and whatever he is protecting behind that door. I am showing the High Priestess. The High Priestess could be you. You could be the person who is intuitive. Maybe you're the person who is needing to get back in touch with yourself, falling back in love with yourself, so you can make better decisions, connecting the brain to the heart and to the gut, those gut decisions that you make. You're really good at making gut decisions. Capricorn, you're an earth sign. You are the business type. You are the person about the numbers. You have so many good qualities that anyone would love, but mostly you need to love yourself for those qualities. Okay, bringing up the last card. There we are, leaving you at the fork in the road. It's time for you to make a decision. You can go one way, you can go the other. No matter what way you go, this is not changing. This is not changing. This is not changing. This is not changing. And this is not changing. This new start is coming. You're being pushed into it. And the sun is here, the star, and you're being pushed into a new beginning. And this is what you're getting. I just dropped the mic. I don't have one, but I could push over my phone, but that's no fun. Okay, so we leave you at the fork in the road, Capricorn. I think that there is some work here for you to do. It is time for you to love yourself again, and to make sure that you get the things that you need this year, because you spent a lot of years giving everyone else what they needed. Okay. I've got my surrender deck, and I think it's always good. I pull them every day. It's always good to know what we should be surrendering to or surrendering. And let's have one card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Oh, and there it is, right there. And this is Surrender to Passion. Maybe it is your year for love. That first card that we pulled, it was all about the first card, the energy for the reading. What was it? Say it with me. The Lovers. Right. So we've got get out of your head. Get out of your head. You're not an air sign. You don't need to be up here. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. You have so many things to offer the world. So many things. And it's time in 2020 for you to pull those things out of your back pocket. Get to work. Capricorn, get to work. Okay, so please, if you are going to make a private reading with me, please watch my videos. That's the Facts Jack. They're titled, if they have information in them about private readings, this is how I am broadcasting information about where I am with my readings at that time. I just cannot, although I would love to, answer all the emails that come into my box. 10,800 of you, one of me. So even if I get 5 emails for one request, you guys, I am just like spending more time doing private readings and answering emails than I am actually coming here to offer free content. And that's not really a good use of my time, because I really want to offer you the free content as well, so you have some sort of direction. So please watch those videos. That's the Facts Jack. Watch those videos and you will know exactly where I am with my time frames. Right now I'm in a 7 to 14 day turnaround time for my private readings. New pricing is in effect. If you did not have a reading with me before December 31st, on or before December 31st, then the new pricing is subject to your purchase. If you did get a reading with me in 2019 at all, you now have a static price of $60 an hour or $40 for 30 minutes. So I've also offered an extra 15 minutes, one question, and it is $25. So if you would like to do that, please send me an email. We'll get you set up with the time. Once we get payment through, then I will put you on the schedule. All right. Anything else you need to know is down in the description. And please leave me a comment. Please subscribe and share and like the video. That is the way that I get the word out about this channel. And then I can continue to keep offering you free readings. And I really want to do that because it's my life's work and I love it. Okay. That's it. I'm not going to lecture you anymore, Capricorn. Go watch TV. There's probably something on TLC you're missing. All right, you guys. See you later. Mwah. Bye.